How many of you know what this is? How many know that before some children can even talk, they can recognize McDonald's? According to a study by NEQ Study, in which experts compared 30 human meals and 15 pet foods, such as gourmet gold cat food, pet foods are less fattening than a McDonald's Big Mac. They are much healthier than the restaurant's overall options as well. Childhood obesity is causing an outrage among parents as to how they're feeding their children and other large corporations and how their food is affecting kids. This is such a big topic because many of today's youth is plagued by large waste and poor eating habits, not to mention the lack of physical exercise, such like Andy in these two pictures. These somewhat terrible habits could cause long-term health problems that could shorten their lives up to 30 years. If children today are gaining so much weight so quickly, then who do we have to blame because of all these things that they're exposed to? The kids themselves, their parents, or even the places that they get their food from. To us, it's a sum of the three. What is obesity, you might ask? Obesity is defined as being over the recommended weight for your height and age. The BMI chart that can be found at cdc.gov lists the ranges in which a person would be considered to be overweight, underweight, healthy, and obese. With your BMI, you can determine if you're below, at, above, or extremely about the limits set by the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, which you can then use to determine whether or not you should seek help with a weight problem. Obesity takes away 17 to 27 years of your life, says Morgan Spurlock in his documentary Supersize Me, and also causes harmful diseases and dangerous hazards to the health like asthma and 10 different kinds of cancers that have been linked but not proven to be caused by obesity. This comes as a shock to most parents and people in the U.S., but many reasons attribute to why some children are becoming overweight and even obese. According to a 2009 study by Schultz, Anner, and Hills, only 42% of children 6 to 11 years of age meet the daily recommendation for 60 minutes a day of physical activity. That number drops drastically to only 8% of youth ages 12 to 19. Spending time on the internet or sitting around is what takes up most time children have, both at home and school. At the same time, these two places have an effect on the eating habits of children, which aren't always determined by the children themselves, but by the parents of them. There have always been those parents that don't have time to sit around for meals and just stop by the local McDonald's or Wendy's and get their children something to eat. This is understandable, but to a point in which it just gets out of hand because each day, 1 in 4 Americans visits a fast food restaurant, according to Morgan Spurlock in the movie Supersize Me. With numbers like 1 in 4, a time has come to act on the growing population of obese children. But the people that should be making the change is the parents. Sadly enough, some parents are like food police. According to tanam.com, up to 66% of people pressure kids to clean their plates, even if their kids are overweight and obese, according to another study. And it's even common for parents to try to control how much teenagers eat, while younger kids may even be more likely to have pushed to finish meals after they say they're full. Having your child eat more and more after they said they are finished and cannot eat anymore will cause them to be taking on more of a fat storage that their body does not need. Not only is the food intake bad, but the way children drink can affect their lives as well because parents are giving their kids way too many soft drinks. I have noticed just over the past weekend, Mom got 2 2-liter Sun Drops on Friday. Saturday I got 2 cans of Mountain Dew. Sunday we got another 2-liter and then another can of Mountain Dew. This is just because we have been sitting around and my parents don't mind me letting me drink them. According to tanam.com, a recent study linking sweet drinks to more than 180,000 deaths around the world from heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. Not only are sugars a short-term fix for your body, they cause you to want more. The old "I'll have just one more" won't cut the habit. Sitting down and drinking water is what's best. With almost everywhere you go, there are soft drinks, such as fast food restaurants containing all types of soft drinks and unhealthy food. According to obesityaction.org, this chart is how many calories and fats come from common meals eaten at fast food restaurants, with Wendy's Bacon Deluxe Burger being the worst of them all. The second one is side items eaten at fast food restaurants. The medium fry at McDonald's is the worst out of the 3. The third is beverages drank at fast food restaurants, with the large Frosty at Wendy's containing the most calories. So if I buy a Big Mac from McDonald's, that's 540 calories and 29 grams of fat. Then I get a medium fry to go along with my burger. It's 380 calories and 18 grams of fat. Then a large sweet tea to help eat it is 280 calories and 0 grams of fat, which is a grand total of 1200 calories and 47 grams of fat. On a typical day with exercise, you should take in around 1700 to 2000 calories and 51 grams of fat. But today's children between the ages of 8 to 18 consume multiple types of media and spend more time, 44.5 hours per week, in front of a computer, television, and game screens than any other activity in their lives except sleeping. According to APA.org, food industry advertising that targets children and youth has been linked to the increase of childhood obesity. Because of our lives built around the growing technological world around us, we usually need to stay connected with distant people and stay up to times with news, whether it be local or worldwide. According to APA.org, food ads on television make up 50% of all the ad time on children's shows. These ads are almost completely dominated by unhealthy food products. 34% for candy and snacks, 28% for cereal, 10% for fast foods, 4% for dairy products, 1% for fruit juices, and 0% for fruits or vegetables. Children are rarely exposed to public service announcements or advertising for healthier foods. As remembering what you may have seen on last night looked good on TV, and ordering the next day is something that just comes naturally now that you wouldn't expect it to be bad for children. Children are developing a lot at this point in their life, so seeing these bad habits portrayed as good ones that help them later on in life is not a good thing. This is the time that they need to be learning that playing outside in the yard and not only eating is the right thing. As the years go by, children slowly gain more and more of an ad intake, such like this chart seen here. The main causes of obesity in children are a lack of exercise, poor eating habits, and the image produced by social media that is seen as reps. Overall, obesity seems like a small problem with only a few things to fix, but when you look at all the things that could be going better, like the exercise done by children daily, which most kids don't even partake in, the amount of healthy and unhealthy food given to the children by their parents, and the time they are allowed to stay on the web and the television, or the people making the food, just remember that this is your one and only life we're talking about here. You only get one, and if this one is wasted on fast food and sugary sodas, then you have a life of health problems and countless trips to the doctors for help.
Man, I'm gonna stick with yellow.
And go.
No. No. Just no. I heard you do that.
What?
I knew you were gonna be